very good morning to all of you. So today we will learn about schizophrenia. So we'll start with the introduction. A Greek word splitted as schizo means to divide and friend means mind. Termed by Kraepelin in 1896 as dementia precox. In 1908, Eugen Bleuler coined it as schizophrenia. And next is the definition of schizophrenia. It is a psychotic condition characterized by a disturbance in thinking, emotions, volitions, and faculties in the presence of clear consciousness, which usually leads to social withdrawal. Here, the volitions means power of using own will, and the faculties means an inherent mental or physical power. The next is, it is a type of functional psychosis. Psychosis means there is a psychotic features are present in this condition like hallucination, delusion, etc. So it is a type of functional psychosis characterized mainly by disturbances in thinking and associated disturbances in psychomotor activity, affect, perception and behavior. Next is etiology, means the causes of developing disease or illness. In this, first is idiopathic, means the cause of disease or illness is unknown. Next is hereditary. The incidence high in uniovular twins, means the twins develop from the same ovum. Transmission through one or more autosomal recessive genes. Then personality, schizoid personality having more chances of getting disease. Child development and parent-child relationships are responsible for the development of the schizophrenia. Age peak in between 15 to 13 and also some after 30 years. Next is sex, equal in both sex. Social isolation, predisposed unstable personal relationships. Intelligence, overcrowding slums, precipitation like stress regarding ineffective disease, pregnancy, family problems, etc. can precipitate the disease or condition. Endocrine, excess of dopamine dependent neuronal activity in brain associated with other diseases, more common in temporal lobe epilepsy. Then the next is Bleuler's 4 A's. First is affective disturbances, second is autistic thinking, fourth A is for ambivalence, and third is ambivalence, and fourth is associative looseness. So first is affective disturbances, inability to show appropriate emotional responses, blunted or flattened affect. Next is autistic thinking, preoccupation with the self with little concern for external reality. Ambivalence means opposing emotions, for example, love and hatred in same person. Associative looseness means inability to think logically. Then next is clinical manifestations. Autistic thinking, important feature, considers two things identical, disturbed thinking, emotions and behavior. Patient appears absurd and bizarre. Bizarre means weird. Patient looks weird. social withdrawal from religion, philosophy, science, sex, and power. Then absence of links between ideas, crowding and poverty of ideas and flights of ideas. Then words are linked without meaning means word salad. Then disturbances of emotion, emotional blunting or shallowness of affect. Inappropriate affect, patient laugh when he is expected to cry and cries when he is expected to laugh. For example, if you are cracking joke, we expect that patient will laugh, but he or she started crying. Like that, inappropriate affect is present in the patient. Hypersensitiveness or insensitiveness of feelings, ambivalence experience of two opposite of feelings. Next is disturbances of behavior, irrelevant and inappropriate behavior, awkward actions, rowdy, violent, assaultive. A person has a physical or verbal violence, agitation, suicidal and homicidal tendencies are present, criminal and sexual overactivity pervasive. Disturbances of will and volition, reduction of drive and desire to carry out routine work, avoiding mixing in family and friends, aloof, reduced efficiency and activity, and feeling of passivity, mind and thoughts controlled by outside force. Next is disturbances of perception, hallucination, auditory and visual hallucination are more common in the schizophrenia and others are very rare. Hallucinations are either structured means human or animal voice or unstructured means vague voices means the voice cannot understand by the patient. Then next is disturbances of motility. In catatonic, increased psychomotor activity, stupor, negativism, stereotype, mutism and verbijuration means repeating the same words again and again. And waxy flexibility. Then next is disturbances of attention, excessive daydreaming and fantasy, muttering, spells of laughter and crying without reason, childish behavior, patient passes urine and stool in his clothes and plays with his own excreta, absent-mindedness and makes lots of mistakes in work. Then the next is psychopathology, the illness of as a phenomenon of regression, for example, reversal to infantile and childhood patterns of psychological living, a state of organization where reality does not exist. Thus, the patient attempt to resolve these psychological conflicts by denying the harsh and painful reality world and living in a fantasy would full of pleasures. Next is types of schizophrenia. First type is paranoid schizophrenia. In this we can see it is early onset. Paranoia means delusional. Delusion means a false, fixed, unshakable belief of the patient. It occurs between 25 to 30 years, seen more in males than females. Delusion of suspiciousness, persecution and grandeur are present in paranoid schizophrenia. Disorganization of speech and thought, hallucinatory voices of threatening or commanding, also voices of whistling and laughs, and the affect is usually of hostility, anger or suspiciousness, and negative symptoms like flat affect, poverty of speech and poor activity, and the prognosis is good. Then the second type is hebephrenic schizophrenia. In this, it is a early and insidious onset, occurs between the age of 20 to 25 years. Thinking disturbances are there, regression, childish behavior, inappropriate affect, somatic delusion, unpredictable giggling and silliness, irrelevant, poverty of ideas, and the prognosis is poor. Next is the simple schizophrenia. It is insidious and gradual course, occurs between age of 15 to 20 years. More incidence in males, disturbances in affect, disturbances in thinking, delusion and hallucinations are very rare, and wandering aimlessly, and prognosis is poor. Next is catatonic schizophrenia. In this, occurs between the age of 20 to 25 years, equal in both the sexes. Disturbances of thinking, affect and behavior are present. Acute or subacute onset, autism, and purposeless excitement and destructive behavior, delusion and hallucinations are common, and prognosis is good but reoccurs are common. The next is catatonic stupor. In this, absence of speech, maintenance of rigid posture against efforts to be moved, negativism, bizarre posture for longer period of time, stuporous reaction towards surrounding, echolalia, mimicking of phrases and words. Echopraxia means the mimicking of actions observed, flexibility and ambitendency. Then the next is residual schizophrenia. In this, emotional blunting, eccentric behavior, social withdrawal, a type of schizophrenia which has been at least one episode in the past but without prominent psychotic symptoms at present. Undifferentiated schizophrenia. Late schizophrenia occur after 40 years of age. Schizoaffective psychosis with symptoms of depression and mania and also neurosis, and the prognosis is poor. Next is childhood or juvenile schizophrenia, not common but seen between age of 5 to 10 years and 12 to 14 years. Onset is acute or gradual, and prognosis is poor. And schizoaffective psychosis, symptoms of schizophrenia associated with symptoms of depression and mania. Pseudoneurotic schizophrenia. The core of illness is schizophrenia, but presenting symptoms are suggestive of neurotic symptoms like anxiety state, phobic reactions, obsessive compulsive neurosis or hysteria. Treatment such as psychotherapy, abreactive therapy or drug therapy is not satisfactory. Careful psychiatric examination done through repeated interview reveals the true nature of illness. Then the prognosis, duration of illness. Shorter duration carries better prognosis. Types of schizophrenia, catatonic and paranoid type carries good prognosis, but the simple, hebephrenic, juvenile, pseudoneurotic type do not carry a good prognosis. Then the personality, non-schizoid and stable personality respond better. Precipitating factor, presence of precipitating factor carries good prognosis. Age, 20 to 30 years of age carries better prognosis than other age. Then type of onset, acute onset carries better prognosis than gradual onset. The diagnosis, psychiatric history, a mental status examination, clinical observation, CT scan, MRI. Official diagnosis is based on ICD-10 criteria. The treatment in pharmacotherapy, conventional antipsychotics are now used less frequently because of their only partial efficacy and adverse effects. The following are the drugs given to the non-compliant patients: carbamazepine, chlorpromazine 100 mg, flupenazine decanoate 20 to 25 mg IM every 1 to 3 weeks, haloperidol 5 to 20 mg per day IM, and trifluperazine 1 to 5 mg per day IM, and intramuscular. Commonly used atypical antipsychotics are clozapine, it given 25 to 450 mg per day oral, risperidone 2 to 10 mg per day oral, olanzapine 10 to 20 mg per day oral, and ziprasidone 20 to 80 mg per day oral. Other drugs used in schizophrenia are mood stabilizers, antidepressants, and benzodiazepines. And the next is electroconvulsive therapy, ECT. Indications are catatonic stupor and catatonic excitement, and the severe side effects with drugs, and usually 8 to 10 ECTs are required to be given. About 8 to 10 convulsions spread over a period of 40 to 60 weeks. Psychological therapies, cognitive therapy, group therapy, behavior therapy, and family therapy is used in schizophrenic patient, and the psychosurgery, prefrontal leucotomy, rarely used, but it is there. So thank you.